Good day and welcome back to another DBZ Dokkan Battle video. In this video we are going to be taking a look at basically at how defense lowering works. So defense lowering for the most part works exactly the same as attack lowering. It is additive. So for example, if we have a unit that greatly lowers defense, that unit will lower the boss's defense by 50%. And then if they fire off their attack again, they'll lower their defense by a further 50%, which, as you can imagine, is pretty powerful. It must reduce the boss's defense dramatically, giving us a huge damage increase. Well, unfortunately it doesn't. So unfortunately, defense lowering is an ineffective ability. The main reason it's ineffective is due to the fact that defense lowering, for the most part, functions essentially as a essentially it functions full-time as ineffectively as possible. Bosses thrive off of super high levels of damage reduction. So a lot of their mitigation comes from the fact that they're turning your 12 million attack stat or 10 million attack stat into a 3 million attack stat. And that, coupled with the fact that they have 58 million health, means that they tend to take a while to defeat, and that's ultimately, at the end of the day, why bosses tend to take a while. It's also why crits are so important, because crit multipliers turn that 3 million damage into a 9 million damage, so it's pretty important. Now, the big thing around defense lowering is it will continue to be ineffective because the meta has moved far beyond the defense point. The only way to make defense lowering relevant would be to give bosses raw defensive stats of like 20 mil. But then the moment people do multiple stacks of defense lowering, that's going to lower the bosses from 20 mil to 2 mil very rapidly. And then unless they have like a billion health, they're going to lose their health quite quickly. Take for example this Metal Cooler, whose stats are up showcasing on the board. He has 70% damage reduction. So when we're firing this super attack at him, this 12 million super attack, he's reducing it to 4 million. And then we're relying a lot on crits, or around 4.85 million. But then we're relying a lot on crits to augment that damage. You'll notice that Gohan did a significant amount of damage with his active skill as a crit, comparative to Gogeta, who's now firing an attack effective against all type attack, and it doesn't do nearly as much damage, even though he has type advantage. So this is just one of those things. Defense lowering, unfortunately, due to the fact that bosses don't have high defensive stats, essentially is an ineffective byproduct of the game aging out. The only way for them to remedy it is to fundamentally change how bosses are designed, and I just can't see that happening. Not with the way attack stats are going, and attack stats will always supersede defensive numbers quite substantially when we're talking about the enemy. So just wanted to kind of explain how defense works and why defense lowering is ineffective. It's unfortunate, but essentially it means don't prioritize defense lowering. If someone's super attack lowers defense, that's not a factor you should consider when building that unit. If they have other effects, of course you can factor those in, but for me it's just not really something to wager. But that's going to be it from me. I hope you enjoyed the video. If you did, please leave a like, and as always, I'll hopefully see you guys in the next one. So until then, take care, stay safe, and let me know if you need any more help. But until then, thank you guys very much for watching, and bye.